Oh, hey everyone, it's Dave Barnett with the investlocalbook.com blog site. I was talking with one of my good buddies earlier today who spent the day visiting a small seaside tourist town, and he was delivering a course on marketing. And in the course were a half a dozen students, business owners mostly from the community, and a lot of them their business was completely geared towards tourism. And in my part of the world, tourism starts mid-May and goes until the end of September, basically, and with the majority being July and August. So this woman owned a retail shop, and she carries some very specific, specialized merchandise, and she's only open for 5 months of the year. And she gets phone calls, believe it or not, at Christmas time from people who visited her shop in the summer that want to order her products for Christmas. And my buddy asked her, what do you do at the end of the season when you have all that inventory left in the store? And she said that she marks it down, puts it on sale, tries to liquidate as much of it as she can. And then he asked her, have you ever thought about selling online? Have you ever thought about collecting email addresses from all of the people who visit you in the summer, developing an online business? And she said no, it had never occurred to her. Now, some people would get very bent out of shape about this. They would say, oh my goodness, what's wrong with you? You got to get online. You got to develop a business. You have to grow a business. You got to do all this stuff. You got to learn about Shopify or some other sort of online marketplace storefront tool that would easily allow you to put your store online. Then you have to develop an email list, etc., etc. I don't get excited about this because, quite frankly, I don't have the time or energy to drag industrial age people into the information age. When I hear stories like this, I think opportunity. I think, wow, what a great opportunity for someone who understands the internet. People like you that are watching me on the internet, people who understand the internet should go and buy her business. And it probably wouldn't be that expensive. It would give you these advantages though. Number one, you'd already have a base of sales. Number two, you would already have some sort of profitability. Number three, there's already some recognition or brand awareness about the store because people are calling her and people are visiting her every summer. You buy that business and you cause the business to evolve. You buy it cheap, you grow it and make it worth something much, much more. Now, when I teach my course on buying businesses, what I often say to people is that you can't pay for blue sky. Blue sky being an excess valuation for a business that comes from the promise of something that could happen in the future. So you don't want to pay extra for the restaurant just because the new hockey rink might be built across the street, right? Because it may not be built, or they might decide to put it in another part of town or whatever, right? You pay for what you get. But the reason that you buy a business is for what you can do with it. So you buy a business that's worth 100 grand because you know how to triple the sales and make it worth $500,000, right? I love hearing stories about people who, quite frankly, have underutilized assets like this little retail store. And these are the types of businesses that people really should have their eye out for. Businesses that are underperforming because the owners just don't have the interest, inclination, or knowledge about how to take it to the next level, how to bring it into the information age. So maybe if you're out there looking for an opportunity to purchase a business as a way to get a head start instead of starting a business, and there's a video on this channel earlier on about why it makes more sense to buy a business than to start one. Perhaps you should be looking for exactly this kind of scenario. A business that's established, has sales, is profitable, but could be so much more under the right ownership. If you want to learn more about small business, about buying and selling businesses, about franchises, local investing, lending, borrowing, etc., check out my blog site, investlocalbook.com. And if you enjoy my videos and you think other people will enjoy them, please like or share them. That's how I grow my audience. Thanks, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.